Nvidia is down 1.6% today, and even though we're up about 9% since we called out the bullish accumulation that was happening right around $134, we're still considered a bullish hold at this point. The reason for that is even though price is down today, the BX trender, which is this green line at the bottom of your screen, is still showing bullish accumulation. This means that even though there's a short-term pullback, that buyers will most likely step in to buy it up. Now, the one thing that I don't like is that if we move into a smaller time frame, such as the 4-hour, that has already flipped over. This means that worst case, Nvidia could probably pull back tomorrow down to $142 or $140. I will say that once this flips red, I would no longer be looking to play Nvidia to the upside until it pulls back into maybe 140 or 138 and finds a potential bottom. We are headed into earnings, and while the trend is very, very strong, I will say that I don't like the weekly chart BX trender turning bearish. I can look at the last 3 times this flip occurred. Price did push up about 10%, but then ended up pulling back about 13%. The time after that, price pushed up 10%, but then sold off aggressively nearly 25%. And now just because something happened in the past does not mean that it has to happen now, but I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this. I wouldn't be surprised if price did pull back, like we said, maybe 5 to 7% before finding a potential support. Now that support level that we can look for, and the support level that's been there in the past, is known as the market bias. Once again, we have a free course that goes over the market bias in our trading resources. The link is going to be in the description. You'll notice that last time price pulled back into this market bias, and this is normally going to be my buy zone. The cream of the crop, the best thing that you could normally see is for price to bounce off of that support zone or the market bias and then watch the BX trender flip bullish. You'll see that from this point up to where we are now, that would have been about a 42% return in 69 days. I am not trading Nvidia at this time. I'm focusing on some other stocks at the moment. Once the weekly flips back to being bullish, or we pull back down into that support zone of 135 to 140, then I will look to begin a long position once again on Nvidia.